He is being accused, allegedly, of cheating on Kourtney Kardashian with a woman his daughter's age, which is around 19 years old.
And then I'm like, sometimes, like, what am I doing?
Barker does have a past with cheating on his significant others. So this does not come as a surprise to me personally, but again, we don't know for sure if that.
Travis Barker is now facing accusations that he may have cheated on Kourtney Kardashian with someone reportedly around the same age as his daughter, about 19 years old. And naturally, people everywhere are asking the same question: what is actually happening here? Now, let's be clear from the start. Nothing has been confirmed. These are rumors circulating online. There has been no official statement proving anything. But even with that said, the internet is already deep in discussion mode. Because Travis has been linked to cheating allegations before, this doesn't feel shocking to a lot of people. In fact, for many, it feels almost predictable. That doesn't mean it's true, but it does explain why the reaction hasn't been full of surprise. At the same time, people are saying Kourtney is reportedly struggling behind the scenes, and whether that's accurate or not, fans aren't confused about why she might be upset. If your husband is suddenly being connected to someone barely out of her teens, that's going to raise eyebrows. And what's really standing out is how calm the internet's reaction has been. No dramatic meltdowns, no collective gasp, just a quiet, almost knowing response. Yeah, that checks out. Because when you're talking about a famous rock star in his 50s being accused of cheating, it doesn't exactly feel like a brand new storyline. To many people, it feels like history potentially repeating itself. For years, Travis has had a reputation that follows him. He's been labeled a serial cheater before. His past relationships have included public admissions of infidelity. So when this blind item surfaced, people didn't act stunned. They started connecting dots. And let's talk about that blind item. It described a very famous reality star allegedly being cheated on by her partner with someone who is technically an adult, but close in age to his own daughter. It wasn't subtle, it wasn't vague, it was specific enough that the internet filled in the blanks within minutes. Suddenly, timelines were being revisited, old interviews were resurfacing, quotes from Travis's memoir were being reposted everywhere. And then came the comment that made everything even messier. I don't agree with cheating, but please let it be Bad Bunny. That one line revealed something important. People weren't confused, they weren't shocked, they were almost expecting a headline like this at some point. And that brings up another old rumor fans haven't forgotten, the idea that Travis originally had a crush on Kim Kardashian. Travis himself admitted in his memoir that he found Kim attractive years ago. So when he ended up marrying her sister, Kourtney, some people quietly questioned it. Was it coincidence? Was it proximity? Was it just being in the same social circle? No one knows for sure, but the whispers never fully disappeared. Now add all of that history to today's rumor, and you can see why the reaction has been intense. Travis openly admitted in his book that he cheated during his marriage to Shanna Mogler. He acknowledged that he was the problem. Reports at the time said Shanna discovered messages between him and multiple women, not just one, multiple. He also admitted to cheating during his first marriage to Melissa Kennedy. Even stories from earlier in his life showed a pattern of impulsive behavior and difficulty with commitment. So when this new rumor appeared, it didn't land in a vacuum. It landed on top of years of receipts. What also made people uncomfortable was the timing. Kourtney just had a baby. Their relationship has been presented as this intense, passionate, unbreakable love story. They've built a public image around being inseparable, but social media perfection doesn't automatically equal stability. Many fans have said for a long time that their relationship felt extremely intense, fast, loud, all-consuming. The constant PDA, the non-stop affection, the sense that they had to prove their connection publicly again and again. Some people see that as passion, others see it as insecurity wrapped in romance. And now, people are rewatching everything with new eyes. Every interview feels layered, Every clip feels loaded. Every pause feels meaningful. The internet microscope is real. Then Reddit threads took it even further. Discussions started popping up about Travis's past struggles and whether someone with a history like that can truly change long-term. Some commenters even speculated that if something did happen, he might minimize it or shift blame. To be clear, those are online theories, nothing confirmed, but they show how quickly public perception can move when someone has an established pattern. Some fans have even pointed out that Kourtney seems constantly by his side lately, almost glued to him. They compare it to how she was after having her older children and say something feels different now. Others argue that's simply motherhood evolving, that older kids need less time, that circumstances change. Still, the conversations continue. And then there was the moment that made people uncomfortable again. Travis liking very suggestive photos of his son Landon's girlfriend. It sparked immediate backlash. People questioned boundaries. They questioned judgment. Individually, maybe it means nothing, but when added to everything else, it becomes part of a larger narrative people are building. And that's the key word here, narrative. Right now, this is speculation, rumors, online interpretation, nothing officially proven, but public opinion doesn't wait for confirmation. And what makes this bigger than simple celebrity gossip is the age factor. The idea of a man in his 50s allegedly being linked to someone around 19 unsettled a lot of people. It shifts the conversation from drama to power dynamics, from relationship issues to maturity gaps, from tabloid buzz to deeper discomfort. That's why people aren't brushing it off. They're asking bigger questions. Why are we surprised when patterns resurface? Why do we believe fairy tales so quickly? Why do we assume marriage or a baby automatically changes someone's core behavior? And that brings everything back to Kourtney. Some fans feel protective of her. They believe she wanted stability after years of ups and downs with Scott Disick. They believe she hoped this chapter would be different. Others say she knew exactly who Travis was, that the red flags weren't hidden, that love doesn't erase someone's past, it just makes you hope it won't repeat. And that's the uncomfortable part, because love doesn't automatically fix behavior, it doesn't erase history, it doesn't guarantee loyalty, and it doesn't protect anyone from public scrutiny. So now, the bigger question becomes, what happens next? Do these rumors fade away quietly? Does someone address it directly? Does the public move on to the next headline? Or does this become a defining crack in the perfect couple image? Right now, no one truly knows. All we do know is that people are watching closely. They're watching posts, they're watching body language, they're watching silence. Because this story isn't just about cheating allegations. It's about trust, it's about reputation, it's about whether people genuinely change or just learn how to manage perception better. So now I want to hear from you. Do you believe there's truth to these rumors? Do you think Travis has truly grown past his old behavior? Do you think Kourtney ignored warning signs, or are people reading too much into everything? Is this a real issue, or is the internet building a narrative without solid proof? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this conversation clearly isn't ending anytime soon. And if this breakdown made you think a little deeper, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We're going to keep unpacking the stories everyone is talking about, and the ones people are hesitant to say out loud. Until next time, stay aware, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.